We're taking a look at the head with the valve cover off. And you can see right in here I've got the intake manifold is off. Intake manifold gasket is out of the way. I also have the exhaust manifold is disconnected from the block. And you can see the space right here where they were connected. But also you can see there's this mating surface here and the block where they're connected. There's absolutely no gasket. So I've got gaskets that are going to go in. You can also see that because of the close clearance to the frame, that some of these bolts don't want to come out all the way, and that's fine. I'll figure out how that's going to work out later, but the main thing is right now is I need to get the head out of the vehicle. And that leads me to these questions here. Right here is the valve train, and this is for the front two, and there's another separate valve train here for the back two, and that is basically divided in two parts. So best I can tell, I need to remove this bolt, and there's another bolt here, and the same on the second valve train, to remove this whole section. Okay, and that will allow me to pull out these push rods. There's another one right here, and so on and so forth. Okay, what I've also got here is a valley. It's like an open pocket, and it goes down into the head. Well, what it appears is that down inside here that there's a bolt that needs to come out also. So I'm seeking clarification on that. And once we get all that taken care of, down in the valley there, that's a head bolt, not to be confused with the valve train. But it looks like here, 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 also here, 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 and etc. and etc. All those are head bolts, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm looking for a little bit of clarification on that, if anybody has any advice on that particular. Alright, one of my other concerns at this point is going to be these high pressure fuel lines that's going to the injectors. Now I was able to lift these up gently to extract the valve cover okay, but my concern is to be able to pull the head, the fuel line is going to have to come off, and that leads me to another question. These fuel lines are coming right here to the DB2 Stanidine fuel pump. That's what all this is. Okay, the raw fuel's coming in here. And then it's being pumped, and then there's timing mechanisms in here that under high pressure pulse the fuel to the injector at the proper times. Okay, my concern is taking these nuts off. The ones on top are going to be a challenge because they're so close together. There's not a whole lot of room to get a flare wrench in there. But my concern mostly is the the ones that are underneath the pump. I really don't want to remove the pump to be able to, or unbolt it or anything to get to the bottom, but I don't see any other way to be able to disconnect these fuel lines. And the amount that I flexed them now is, in my opinion, the maximum amount that you would want to flex these hard lines, and that was just gently enough to be able to get this valve cover off. So if anybody has any advice on what I can do about disconnecting and reconnecting those fuel line connectors, it would be greatly appreciated. Well, as you can see, I've got quite a bit of work accomplished, so I'm not too far from having the head out. But before I do that, this crossover here has got to come out, and all of these brackets has got to be disconnected. And there's brackets down here for the power steering pump. While I'm in here, I need to go ahead and do the right bank also. So that also means that all of these brackets has got to come off. And there's brackets Yazoo need to be disconnected, and there's bolts that are up in here that need to be gained access to. A lot of things need to be disconnected, removed. So I'm really not looking forward to doing this, but it's what needs to be done. So I reckon let's push forward with it and wish me luck.